Today let's talk about the recent seizure of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's plane by the US government in the Dominican Republic. What led to this drastic action? What does it say about the current US-Venezuela relationship? And most importantly, how is it affecting the people of Venezuela? First, let's address the question on everyone's mind. Why did the US government seize Maduro's plane? The seizure is part of ongoing US sanctions against Venezuela, specifically targeting Maduro and his inner circle. The plane has been described by officials as Venezuela's equivalent to Air Force One. The plane seized by the US on Monday was not registered under the name of the Venezuelan government, but rather under the name of an individual. The US accuses Maduro of leading a corrupt regime involved in drug trafficking, human rights abuses, and undermining democracy. The US had requested the plane be immobilized so they could search it for evidence and objects linked to fraud activities, smuggling of goods for illicit activities, and money laundering. It is alleged the plane was illegally purchased for about $13 million and smuggled out of the United States for use by Nicolas Maduro and his cronies. For years, US officials have seized dozens of luxury vehicles, among other assets, heading to Venezuela. By seizing the plane, the US aims to further isolate Maduro, sending a strong message that his actions have severe consequences. But what does this mean for the relationship between the United States and Venezuela? The truth is, it's deeply strained. The US has been a vocal critic of Maduro's government, supporting opposition leader Juan Guaido and imposing harsh economic sanctions. These actions have created a hostile relationship, with Maduro accusing the US of imperialism and interference in Venezuela's sovereignty. And what about the Venezuelan people? The impact on them has been devastating. The sanctions, while aimed at pressuring Maduro, have also exacerbated the country's economic crisis. Hyperinflation, food shortages, and a collapsing healthcare system have left millions of Venezuelans struggling to survive. The Maduro regime basically exploiting the Venezuelan people for their own gain, people who can't even afford a loaf of bread in Venezuela. And then you have the president of Venezuela jetting around in a high-class private jet. Poor economic conditions, food shortages, and limited access to healthcare have pushed more than 7.7 million people to flee Venezuela, marking the largest displacement in the Western Hemisphere. The seizure of Maduro's plane is just another chapter in a long story of suffering for the Venezuelan people, caught in the crossfire of international politics. As concerned citizens, we must ask ourselves, what is the cost of these geopolitical moves? Is the pressure on Maduro worth the continued suffering of ordinary Venezuelans? How can the international community balance the need for justice with the responsibility to protect innocent lives? We want to hear from you. What do you think about the US seizing Maduro's plane? Do you believe these actions are justified, or is there a better way to address the crisis in Venezuela? Leave a comment below with your thoughts, and if you found this video informative, please give us 100 likes. Make sure to follow us for more insights on global issues and for daily updates. Thank you for watching.